It's finally time to update the petting zoo with 3 new animals to this area in today's episode. Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cedar Valley Zoo, or welcome to a new episode of Cedar Valley Zoo. Welcome to the channel for those of you who have never seen our episode. We are building a zoo in Planet Zoo, if you could not tell, and we are building a zoo in a fictional city of Cedar, somewhere in Europe. I still have not decided where in Europe, but yeah, that's not really much important. In today's episode we're going to be adding the Sussex chicken and alpine goat in one enclosure, and the American standard the alpaca in this enclosure. I don't know why I keep saying American. I can't know why I keep thinking of the American standard donkey. I was originally gonna add that to the zoo, but I don't think I'm gonna add it anymore. But yeah, we got some big news in today's episode, so stay tuned and listen up for that. We're gonna be adding the alpaca in this first habitat, and we're also gonna be changing the bamboo walls throughout the area. I'm gonna be changing them with the plaster round cone piece, and changing it green so it can match up with the area. We're going for more green, red, kind of blue, kind of vibrant colors. We might even add a playground. I'm still not sure about that. But there's 2 more animals we've got to add to this petting zoo, so we're going to be adding that soon. That will be the Kirk's Dick, and the dromedary camel, which I'm really excited for. We'll do them in the same episode so we can finish it all at once. The dromedary camel will be in a separate enclosure, and the Kirk's Dick will be in a different enclosure, and you'll be able to see the dromedary camel from outside of the zoo. But yes, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we're building for the alpaca, what made me choose the alpaca was that I originally wanted to do the American standard donkey in this space, but then I really wanted a more hilly, more sandy kind of enclosure. And don't get me wrong, you can do that with a donkey. There's nothing saying that I can't use a donkey, but I just really wanted to add the alpaca to this enclosure because I like the alpaca a little bit more than I like the donkey. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really biggest fan of the donkeys. But yeah, that's just why I'm adding the alpaca. I did also think of adding the llama, but I would have had to do a lot of terrain constraints. There was a lot of terrain constraints because of the path, and I didn't want to mess up the terrain for the other parts of the zoo. And I kind of like the shape of the enclosure, and with the llamas I would have kind of had to change like all of the path. I would have had to change the whole shelter, which I did the shelter multiple times. I did like multiple versions of the shelter to see what one I liked, because this is something that you're going to be staring at a lot. And I have not mentioned this yet, but this zoo is a modern zoo, so it is an old zoo, but it also has a lot of modern parts. This part is one of the most modern parts of the zoo. It was originally built in 2020, this part of the zoo, so it's currently 5 years old. But they would have had parts it was like this before. They had the metal roof, they had the green wood, but it was mainly just plain, and it was just green and metal wood. And there was less stuff here, and we are going to maybe add a playground. If we are not going to add a playground, we're definitely going to be adding a learning center with the Kirk's Dick. So I'm leaning more to maybe both. I think we might have both, but a building for the Kirk's Dick, there'll be a playground and a learning center, or maybe just one. I think I'd prefer the learning center or education center, just so younger people can learn more about these animals. And we might even add another animal in that building. I'm not sure. I might just want to keep it as the Kirk's Dick. I don't think you can pet dicks. I'm not really sure about that. we're not gonna let them pet them anyways, but we might try find another animal that could work. So maybe like the Highlands cattle, but this is just future. This is just speculation of what I might add. So yeah, you can see that we've added the roof, and we're going for red, green, and kind of metal, old rusty kind of metal. We're going for that kind of theme, and with the next building, we're just gonna copy this. I was originally gonna build a whole separate building. I was gonna build it like all the way from scratch, but I was kind of lazy, and I just copied the building over, like changed the color of some things, but I actually kind of like it. I was gonna make a chicken coop, but I would have had to like customize it a lot. One, it's very small, it's a walk-through area, and I would have had to add a separate park for the goats. So yeah, that would have been a bit of a problem. So I just decided to go for this building and just copy it and paste it from the other one, and I actually like it. So yeah, that's just why they look the same in the not the post credit scene, in the cinematic shots at the end of the video. Yeah, that's just why. We're adding these, we're going for more of a just darker color. I'm going for more of a like modern theme, as I already said, but a more darker theme. So it's just like darker colors and also more vibrant colors. I did want this enclosure to be really, like, I want it to feel nice and like warm and stuff. And I fell in love with building for ungulates now. Now in the past, you guys might remember me saying, but I always hated building for like donkeys, camels, like antelopes and stuff. But this habitat has like changed my like opinion on that, and I actually kind of like building for them now. Also in the last episode, I also enjoyed that episode a lot. So yeah, I think we added the tapir and capybara, even though that's not, well, it kind of is ungulate, but it was more like a similar theme. But yeah, I really enjoyed building this habitat. So yeah, it was really fun, and I can't wait to build more habitats like this. So when we do eventually build like the giraffe building, like, yeah, maybe we're gonna have giraffes. If you guys probably knew we were gonna have giraffes, because like you can't have a zoo without giraffes. Or like if you're gonna have giraffes, if you don't have giraffes, you're gonna have like zebras or like rhino or hippo or something. So yeah, we are gonna be having giraffes, but I think most of you guys already knew that. But yeah, we're gonna be adding a door, and we're gonna make it open so it's they can come in. They can't really come in, if I believe so. They can't actually use it, but yeah, they can't actually use it. Now I'm gonna start working on the back of the building. I'm just gonna keep it red, as simple and red. And I didn't know what to do for the roof of it, or the ceiling I should say, and I went through all the wooden pieces, and I found this piece. I didn't really like it. At first I thought, okay, it's more simple, and then I realized I didn't really like it that much, but I couldn't be bothered to change it, because by that time I had already placed the other building, of the duplicate which we used for the other building, and there's not really any change in it, and I couldn't be bothered to, and I also wanted to release this video sooner. So yeah, apologies for that if you guys also don't like it, but I might change it in a future episode off camera. It's not that much of a problem anyways. But yeah, so that's the yeah, that's the ceiling, that's the door, and then we also got the floor. And now we're gonna start working on the terrain and the barriers. So we're gonna work on the barriers first. Wait, no, yeah, we're gonna work on the terrain, and we're working on barriers. Yeah, this is what I mean with the North African plaster cone. I haven't really used this piece much, but after using it I really liked it, and I decided to keep it. And what made me like this was I saw one of ZHC plays. I remember the video of him using the prairie dog enclosure, and I hadn't like watched it in a while, but like I remembered it, and I watched it recently, and then I thought of it, and I was like, okay, that can work. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'll use that. And then I decided to use this piece for the walls. Now this is different from his one. He used the bottom, like the underneath of it, but it's not a copy. We're not copying it, we're just taking inspiration. So I want to give a shout out to him with his San Bernardino zoo. That was what inspired this habitat, kind of. What really inspired me was Caesar creates his petting zoo, and when he was doing all the colorful barns and everything, because I was recently rewatching the series, and then I saw that episode, and I saw the goat, the sheep, and the chicken one, and that's what made me want to that's originally what made me want to do this area. So yeah, I saw that episode recently, and I wanted to add the barn. So yeah, that's my inspirations from these building. And also I at London Zoo, they also kind of have a similar area, but it's more for children and stuff. It's like waters, like streams and everything, like popping up in the ground, and I was inspired by that. So yeah, I just added stuff like that. That was going for more colorful, vibrant kind of theme, and we might even add like I said, we're gonna add the stick and the building for them, and the education center maybe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And we're also gonna be having a viewing gallery in this space I left right there. So a glass viewing gallery. I don't know what's going on with my English. But yeah, I'm also going to be changing the barriers for all the bamboo fences, so it's going to look nicer, because I didn't really like the look of it. It was kind of a bit too vibrant, and I do end up changing the color of these plaster walls simply because they were a bit too dark. They were a bit too dark for my liking, and I wanted it more vibrant and everything. And the building is like more dark as well, so I want to at least have this one more vibrant. So yeah, that's why I decided to change the colors. And yeah, there was a lot of rock and pebbles and stuff in this enclosure, and I really liked that part of the build. That I felt that was also fun to play, and I really liked this enclosure. Now the other enclosure, by the time I was filming that one, I was more like just groggy. I just wanted it to get over with it, because I wanted to release this episode, and then I didn't really know what else to do, so I just filmed the next episode. So the next episode is not done yet, but this is basically done. Like the habitat is like almost done. But yeah, oh yeah, this is the news. Here's the news. So we're gonna be starting a new zoo, Zoo Laquiche, Marrakesh. It is a zoo in Marrakesh in Morocco. It will be a Moroccan zoo, and we will be I'm going to be building that, and we're gonna have that next week. And then don't worry, we're gonna have 2 episodes next week. Then we'll take a break. So on the 2nd we'll have 2 episodes. 2nd of August we'll have 2 episodes. Then on the 9th of August we won't have an episode, but then the week after we'll have an episode. So yeah, we're gonna be having a mini break, and yeah, for the summer holidays I will be releasing 2 videos a week. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the summer holidays. But yeah, that's what we'll be doing, just so, because I know you guys will be like, I think the summer holidays I'll probably get more views and stuff, because everyone's taking a break and everything. So that's what I want to do. I kind of want to grind a bit. And yeah, here's the viewing gallery. We're going to be using the plaster again, and we're going to go for the same kind of colors. And yeah, we're just going to use plaster and glass pieces for this viewing gallery. In the end, I didn't really like it. It kind of stands out a bit. I would have like put it somewhere else as well. I would have like put it on the curve, which would have made it hard because it would have to curve it and everything, and I wouldn't really want to do that. So yeah, but this is like it's not bad. It's not a bad enclosure, and the rocks and everything tie it all up together. So I like the look of it. And yeah, you can see me trying to line the metal part of the glass with the plaster. I really wanted to do that so it wasn't just like going into the plaster. I tried like using the smaller pieces, but that didn't work because they were also still too big. Somehow I didn't know what to do, so I just decided to leave it, which was really annoying, but I have to work with it. So yeah, it's annoying, but we're gonna have to work with it. So yeah, but we're still going to add the bottom one, and we're gonna make it so it's not like going into the ground in the bottom. And now it's time to work on the terrain and stuff in just a second, but we're gonna sink that into the ground so it's small, and then we're gonna sink it all together. Now let's go. Time to work on the terrain. So we're gonna add a more rocky, dry, sandy, dirty, not dirty, but like more earthy, beige, grey kind of tone. Like yeah, we're gonna go for like a greyish, brownish, beige kind of tone. So yeah, we're also gonna be doing a lot of terrain work, which I never really do any terrain work in my habitats. Like, if you notice, like of the habitats I have had in this series, I've had like the limit enclosure. I couldn't really do much of the terrain. The tapir and capybara habitat, there was actually terrain in it. Just I kind of feel like there wasn't as much terrain. It was more hilly in the background, but yeah, I tend to not really love doing the terrain paints and everything. But this, I actually enjoyed this one, so this was like really good, and I can't wait to add the Kirk stick deck to the zoo. Yeah, I like the terrain paints on this map. The soil and sand terrain paints are good on this map. The rock terrain paints are decent, and the grass is decent. I just hope for the eventual Planet Zoo 2 we will be able to pick terrain paints from like every single biome. That would be really nice. Like, imagine being able to like use the desert grass on like a tiger map or something. But yeah, now we're gonna start adding the dead trees, and I've made a bunch of custom dead trees. You guys should probably tell from my other videos. I do need to like change them because like one, there's a bunch of edges and stuff poking out. Two, they don't really look the best, and I might need some more. So and also they're kind of really short because I have to sink them into the ground so that the pieces aren't like sticking out and everything, or I have to cover it up, and that makes it annoying. So yeah, we're also gonna be adding a custom enrichment item. That's not actually gonna work, but it's just there for looks and aesthetics. We're gonna make a custom tire swing, but not like a tire swing, more like a rope that they just like hit with their head and they just swing it and stuff. Maybe they'd like put food and stuff in there, so like they put carrots and stuff, and then that makes them want to dig inside and like eat it and everything. So it'd be like a custom enrichment that doesn't actually serve any function, but it's just there for aesthetics. And we're gonna cover up the bottom of it with rocks and stuff, because we do need to raise it because we don't want it sinking in the ground, and we want it a decent height. And this was also inspired by something I saw recently. When I recently went to London Zoo, I was there for the giraffe talk, and then I saw them putting the like food in the enclosure, and I saw that they had these like massive like not like they were kind of like mini cranes in the trees, and then they put like the leaves and branches and stuff in like the like cranes kind of, and they like just pull it up into like the dead trees, and that's how they get the leaves and stuff into the trees. And I was kind of like shocked because I had always wondered like how did they get the leaves and stuff up there, like did they grow it, did they like that was pretty cool, and that inspired me. So yeah, I want to add more stuff like that and more details and everything. And yeah, so that's what we are doing. Added the tree and everything. We just gotta cover up that like that root almost that's sticking out, because we can't have that sticking out the rocks. And we're gonna put a bunch of rocks there for more aesthetic and random rotation and everything. And yeah, that looks good and decent enough. So yeah, it's good enough, I guess. I don't really know what else to say. Also, are you guys excited for like Jurassic World Evolution 3? I am. I'm gonna be having an episode of Jurassic World Evolution 3. Maybe not when it releases, maybe like because it releases on a Tuesday and my videos come out on a Saturday, so that might be, I'm not sure what I'm gonna have to do, but yeah, I'm excited for Jurassic World Evolution 3. And they recently yesterday they released a well, it's technically today since I'm filming the voiceover a day prior to the video's release, but yeah, they announced I forgot what it was. It's like a South American sauropod with P, I can't remember its name. It's not Argentinosaurus. I was kind of expecting an Argentinosaurus because that would have been so cool to see the Argentinosaurus in the game. But I am still glad we got another sauropod in the game, and I kind of would have preferred an Argentinosaurus since it is a popular dinosaur. Well, not as popular, but it would have been a nice addition to the game. But I'm still grateful, and we do have the Utah Raptor. Yes, the Utah Raptor is also confirmed for Jurassic World Evolution 3. I'm kind of like a bit nervous from what they're gonna add and what they're not gonna add, because I kind of got a plan of like what I want to add to the zoo. Like I've already got like a zoo and everything planned for the release of it. I'm not gonna spoil the name. But I already got the name. I already got the plan of the zoo. But like it all depends on like what dinosaur they add. Like we know that there's gonna be a lot of dinosaurs that are definitely coming. Like it's almost safe to say that all the movie dinosaurs are most likely going to become coming. So like Tyrannosaurus, that's that's definitely, you can't make a Jurassic World game without T-Rex. But we can safe to say that like all the main dinosaurs and most popular dinosaurs, so like Spinosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Stegosaurus, Baryonyx, maybe Carnotaurus, Giganotosaurus, T-Rex, Brachiosaurus, Patasaur, the Dilophosaur, Velociraptor, maybe a Atrociraptor. It just all depends, because a bunch of species are going to be cut from the game. I just like hope they're cutting. I understand because they can't add every single dinosaur on the game, but I'll still add in another model for them, because you know they're going to have babies, and there's also going to be male and females. Then there's going to be different like skins and everything for the dinosaurs, so it's a lot of work. So I do understand. Take your time, make sure the game is perfect, and if they have to delay the game, I would understandably be upset, but I would understand because they do got a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's just my opinion of Jurassic World Evolution 3. I'm not really too fast. I mean, I am fast because I am going to be adding a series and everything. And yeah, I already got the name and everything. Hopefully someone doesn't already take my idea, because I've been planning this for a long time. I've got the name, I've got the layout of the zoo, like the park already planned. Like yeah, like I just been taking like information from the game, like oh, like you can, the better like once I first saw the better terrain, like like better terrain tools, I was like, okay, that's good. Like I can start like making like the basic like layout of the park, so like where this is gonna be, where the mountains, where the terrain, where the like cliffs and stuff are gonna be. So that was like the first step, and then like the next step was like, okay, like what dinosaurs am I gonna have? And I'm like gonna have so dinosaurs that are like, I'm gonna have like it's areas, so like there's gonna be like I'm just gonna say there's going to be areas, continental areas, so there's gonna be geographical correct, so we'll have like triceratopses with nearby T-Rexes and stuff. But yeah, that's just my opinion on Jurassic World, the evolution 3. Now we're gonna start working on the final habitat of today's video. This is going to be the chicken and goat enclosure. It's gonna be walk-through enclosure, so the guests will be able to walk through there and pet the goat and stuff, because it is a petting zoo, but so far we've had 0 animals that have been available to pet. But yeah, we're gonna be adding a bunch of flowering plants and stuff. I mean, I know the goats and stuff would trample all of these plants and eat them and everything, but let's just say they get overfed, not overfed, but they just get fed a lot and they're not hungry, and yeah, let's just say they don't eat this bit for some reason. Yeah, or maybe these are not the plants they eat, maybe. But yeah, I didn't really think much about that at the time, but now I'm thinking, oh wait, they're definitely gonna eat this area. Oh well, it's not the end of the world, because it's not a big deal, it's just a game, so if anything I can just change it and add some rocks and stuff, which actually might look nice. But yeah, now we're gonna start working on the walls, and we're gonna be using the custom rock walls I made, and using them for a backdrop. So the background, sorry, not backdrop. We're gonna be using the more temperate ones, which we're gonna be using for the zoo. I'm gonna sink it upside down so we can make it taller without like the gaps and everything showing, and we're gonna just make it so there's no gaps and make it look perfect almost. We are gonna lower it so it's gonna be different heights and everything, and we are gonna like be making everything like twisting it on its other side so it doesn't look so copy and pasted, which is exactly what it is. But we don't want it to look like that, because it's not gonna look very nice when it's copy and pasted and everything. Like you can see here, it's looking kind of copy and pasted and everything, but it is gonna look good in the end, especially with the background trees. I'm gonna add the background trees, which is actually like the first episode where I'm adding like background trees in the background and stuff, which I might actually end up keeping. And I added like flower and everything, because I'm not gonna turn every single space into an enclosure. I used to have that mindset when I was like, okay, every single space in the zoo is gonna be an enclosure. Oh look, there's this little space here, we can turn that into a meerkat enclosure. There's this little space here, we can turn that into a pond. I mean, pond doesn't sound bad, but yeah, you get the idea. You don't want to have every part of the zoo. And I do want to use as much space as possible, since this would be not a city zoo, this would be a more zoo on the outside of the city. So it's like they have almost like unlimited space, they have all the space in the world they need. So that would be great for them. Not only this allows them to have as much space as they need and for the animals' needs, but this also lets them have more animals and more like educational stuff, so more like facts and stuff. And yeah, now we're gonna start working on the dividers, so to tell the guests where they can and cannot go. I'm gonna be using these vibrant pieces right here to signify where they can and cannot go. And we're gonna be using the green and blue, and like you can see here is red, but I'm gonna change it to blue. And yeah, also if you guys have any tips on shiny hunting, let me know in the comments down below. I really like Pokemon, but I really want like to get the ultimate team. I still am working for my team, Scarlet and Violet. I got Scarlet. No, sorry, not Scarlet, Violet. Kind of annoyed because I really wanted to get. I should have got Scarlet so bad. Although I did start surprise trading, and on my first go, I'm not joking, I got a shiny Fluttermane. It was a hacked shiny, but I got a shiny Fluttermane on my first try. So that was kind of good, but I didn't get like any other things to complete the Pokédex. I'm nearly done with the Pokédex. There's just some like, I still need to get the Drift Bloom and Drift Blend. I need to get Armorage. Armorage. I need to get that one. I need to get the Paradox Pokemon. I need Koraidon. So I might even like, I don't know if I want a surprise trade for all of that because that's gonna take me a long time. But I need the shiny charm because I really want to get a shiny team. For a shiny Bishop, which I'm currently shiny hunting for. A shiny Baxcalibur. I don't really like a shiny. I have a level 100 Skeleturge, which was my first pick. Although I don't know if I want the shiny because I don't like the shiny look. And I also really want to have a Cerulege, but like I can't have a Skeleturge and a Cerulege on the same team because they're the same type. And it's like Cerulege is like way cooler, so I might end up like having a shiny Armorage, although probably not because we still have the Skeleturge in that, also a fire type. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna like get rid of the Skeleturge and have the Cerulege. Although I don't really like their shinies because the only thing that changes is their eyes, and I thought their shiny would have been cool until I looked it up, and then I saw their shiny, it changes their eyes. And I'm also kind of scared to shiny hunt that because I have to look at all of their eyes to see which is the blue one. Yes, this is a Planet Zoo. How did I end up talking about Pokemon? But yeah, I'm also excited for Pokemon Legends ZA. That's I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm not really fussed too much about what happens. I really wanted it to be set in the past, but it turns out it's not going to be set in the past. Well, it's probably going to be set in a modern day or like 10 years in the future or something. But I'm not too fussed about it, like I said. Yeah, let's get back on track to the Pokemon. We're going to be copy and pasting this building, like I said earlier. I'm going to just put it right here and then change some things, so like change the color the building. So we're going to change all the red to blue, and because we need the blue and green color scheme. And we're also going to put all of that in one group and change all the red to a blue, and yeah, this will look good. It has a different and a better color scheme in my opinion, so yeah, that's why I did it. We're also going to move the barriers so it's all aligned and everything, and it's proper, so they can't escape and everything. We don't want them escaping, and we don't want the like notification is, oh, your animal has escaped. Oh no, that will be annoying. So yeah, we're gonna start lowering it, and I like realized this after, but the goats would be able to jump out because I forgot goats were really good climbers. Like they can climb trees and like mountains, like mountain goats, for crying out loud, like mountain goats. They literally climb mountains and stuff, but I didn't really cross my mind, and they actually did escape in the game because I added like a tree, not a tree, but like a branch, and then they ended up escaping somehow. So I had to they didn't escape, but they went somewhere they're not supposed to, and they climbed onto the walls somehow, which I was confused on how they did that, and I was also kind of impressed. But yeah, we're gonna be using these rock walls also to separate where the guests can go and where they cannot go. And we'll basically have these rock walls right here to show that, oh, do not cross this line, basically. And yeah, I mean, there's not really much of a deal if they cross the line. I mean, they should know not to go inside the building, and if they don't, there's gonna be like security guard, not guards, but like there's gonna be people to tell them that you cannot do this, or like leave this place, you're gonna get kicked out or something, or whatever. So yeah, we got 10 minutes and like 20 seconds left of the video. Back on track. I'm gonna be linking up the paths, and we're gonna finally I was gonna add a backstage area. It's not really backstage, but yeah, I was kind of like just wanting to do this video as quickly as I can. So that kind of led to this habitat being kind of rushed and everything, but it still ended up turning out good, and it was still a good habitat. And there's a lot of things I would change about it. Like I would have actually like removed the chicken from. I feel like the chicken are a bit too much. They make too much noise, and like the chicken kind of deserve their own habitat. And I really wanted to have the chicken like in the first one with the sheep and pigs, but it was like I can't add the chicken with the sheep. I could, because that's what I was originally building for. It was originally supposed to be for the chicken. I added the slow feeder and everything, but then I changed my mind to add the pigs and sheep. And then yeah, so it kind of, everything just kind of changed. I also removed the mud baths in the pig and sheep enclosure, because I didn't like the mud baths and how they looked. And I also removed the forage feeder, or like I think I did, because I knew there was like 3 mud baths and I didn't really like it. So yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that. Let me know in the comment down below any future habitat you guys want to see, and I will try and add them in the zoo as well. You can see me making everything random and everything, so it's not all copy and pasted, which is exactly what it is, because I don't want the zoo to look as copy and pasted, and I want them to look as less copy and pasted as I can. The zoo wants the zoo to look like fake and copy and pasted, even though it is not a real zoo. And it is copy and pasted. We don't want the guests to know that. I mean, you guys are gonna know that, but not the guests. So my throat is hurting. Probably should drink some water after this voiceover, because I've been talking for a long time just to the air. Yeah, alright. So we're nearly done with the video. We're just gonna add some finishing touches. Like I added some custom enrichment. I added some custom enrichment for the goats. So like some cardboard boxes and like custom climbing platforms made out of like plastic and rubbish and stuff, which is the type of thing zoos will do. One, so they're not like wasting the rubbish and stuff and keeping it good on the environment, and 2, so it's more cheaper as well. I think it saves on money. I think the zoos are trying to save on money, which hey, I'm not blaming them for wanting to save money. Because saving money is good, because then they can like use that money to build other enclosures, and then they can use that money to do other things as well. So yeah, the zoos need to save as much money as they can. And you can see me sinking it down and making it smaller, and the goats ended up actually like jumping over this anyways. So there's a lot of things I need to change with this enclosure. And yeah, there's a lot of things that are like not right, and but not every enclosure will be as perfect as the other, so that's okay. And I'm not as fast with that, but yeah, now we're gonna add the terrain and foliage and background plants and enrichment, and then we'll be done with the video. So yeah, time to start working on the plants and enrichment. Also, if you guys want to see more episodes where we build like a tour and everything. Once the entrance is done, we're going to be adding a tour to the zoo. Once the entrance area is done, we'll have a tour for the zoo. And then so we'll do a tour, like showing the aquarium, and that's what we're going to be doing. Not next episode, the episode after the next episode on this series, we're going to be having the tour. No, not the tour. We're going to be doing the aquarium. Then we're going to finish the aquarium, and then we're going to finish this area. I think I'm going to finish the aquarium first before I finish this area. We'll finish this area first, actually, so we can spend 2 episodes finishing the aquarium, because I want to have an episode where we are finishing the like adding the monk seals and finishing that, and then like finishing the Humboldt penguin enclosure. Technically it's the African penguin, but whatever. Adding this fake tree in the enclosure, so it kind of looks like rubber is like all around the tree and everything. And in this tree we'll have it so it's like sticking out, and I can like jump to try get it. And I tried to add as much enrichment stuff as I could to make it look more realistic and everything, that they would just go inside and everything. I did a tennis ball for I don't really know why, but I think they'd play with it. And now we're gonna start working on the custom climbing frames and everything. So we're gonna be using the blue wood and the green wood to make it look more on theme. And you can see that I tried to do it as best as I could, as possibly. I didn't really know what to do, since I haven't really done a lot of enclosures like this. I tried to make it look as realistic as possible without it looking too unrealistic. You can see the goats right there, and and I'm gonna add in these like I don't really know what they're called. They're kind of like ladders. They're like ramps. That's what it's called, ramps. I was inspired by this from London Zoo, petting zoo, because they had like these ladders and like ramps and everything for them to like climb up on, and that was inspiring for me. So that's why I did the ladders and ramps and everything. And then I decided to have the cardboard boxes, because like, why not them recycle them and use them for good roof use, and they could be good stepping stones and everything. Maybe they'd like put food under there, so they'd have to like forage for it and stuff, and like turn the boxes upside down and everything. So a bunch of like cardboard packaging and everything make it look more on theme. Even some custom logs for them to like climb on, like walk on, is what I also added. So it was just more exciting, and I wanted to encourage the goats to use the left hand side, and I wanted the chickens to use the right side. That's what I kind of intended, since all the goats in Richmond would be on the left side and the chickens would mainly be on the right hand side. Although the chickens, they could probably like climb on the ramp and everything if they really wanted to. So there wasn't really much to do there. But we're coming to an end of the video, which is probably exciting for you guys and on me, because my throat is killing me so much. I wanted to also add some like carpet and everything, but I wanted a more plain one, and I just decided to scrap that idea because I didn't want it to look too messy. So I also ended up using some of these pieces to make it look more on theme and more natural. But thank you guys so much. I mean it so much. Thank you for watching me. It means so much to me, and have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, and enjoy your day.